They say nothing in life is free. Every choice we make has a consequence, every action has a reaction, and sometimes the price we pay for our choices is far greater than we ever imagined. Our story today is one such tale of paying the ultimate price for one's ambition. It is a sinister bargain that took place long ago, in a realm where magic was as common as rain, and where the line between good and evil was as thin as a whisper. In this realm there lived a young woman named Ilara. Now Ilara was ambitious beyond measure. She desired power, influence, and the adoration of the masses, and she believed that with great power came great responsibility. So she wasn't the kind to use her abilities for selfish or evil purposes. But her thirst for power was so intense that she was willing to do anything, literally anything, to get it. One day, while perusing through ancient texts in the royal library, she stumbled upon a legend that spoke of a hidden spring deep within the forbidden forest. This spring was no ordinary body of water. Its waters were said to hold immense magical power, power that could grant any wish in exchange for a terrible price. Intrigued, Ilara decided to seek out the spring and make a wish. Upon finding the spring, however, she realized that the legends had not done it justice. The water was black as ink, bubbling ominously like a cauldron in a witch's hut. As she leaned over to make a wish, the surface of the water rippled and a voice, ancient and raspy, like the rustling of dead leaves, echoed in her mind. "What is it you desire, mortal?" The voice boomed. Without hesitation, Ilara declared, "I want power. I want to be the most powerful sorceress that has ever lived." The voice chuckled, a sound like rocks tumbling down a mountainside. "Ambitious, I like that. But power is a heavy burden to bear, little mortal. Are you sure you are willing to pay the price?" Ilara, consumed by her ambition, did not hesitate. "I am willing to pay any price," she said, her voice echoing with determination. And just like that, her wish was granted. The moment Ilara stepped away from the spring, a surge of power unlike anything she had ever felt before coursed through her veins. She could feel the very essence of magic thrumming beneath her fingertips. It was exhilarating. Overjoyed with her newfound power, Ilara raced back to the kingdom, eager to share her good fortune and perhaps show off a bit. As she approached the castle, she noticed something strange. A thick, unnatural fog had descended upon the kingdom, obscuring the once familiar streets and landmarks. And as she pushed through the mist, she saw that the townspeople were missing. The shops were abandoned, the market stalls were overturned. It was as if the entire population had vanished into thin air. Concerned, Ilara made her way to the castle, where she found the king and queen in their throne room. They were frantic, their faces etched with worry. "Ilara, you have to help us," the king cried, his voice hoarse. "Our people, they're gone, and it's all because of your bargain." Confused, Ilara asked, "What do you mean? What happened?" The king gestured towards the window. "Look," he said, his voice trembling. When Ilara looked out of the window, her blood ran cold. She saw the source of the unnatural fog and the reason for the town's eerie emptiness. It was the spring. No, not the spring. It was the void. The spring had been a portal, a gateway to a place from which nothing could return. And now it was spreading, consuming everything in its path. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Ilara knew that she had to act fast. Using every ounce of her newfound power, she confronted the void, desperately trying to seal the portal before it consumed the entire kingdom. But the void was relentless. It surged forward, its tendrils reaching out like grasping claws. And as it spread, the very fabric of reality seemed to fray, threatening to unravel completely. With the void threatening to engulf her, Ilara understood the true price she had paid for her ambition. The power she had craved had come at the cost of everything she had ever known, everything she had ever loved. In that moment of realization, she wished she could go back, undo her bargain and start over. But there was no time for regrets. The void loomed closer, and Ilara, the ambitious sorceress who had dared to bargain with the abyss, was about to pay the ultimate price.